Hi everyone, welcome. For those of you watching on the replay, thank you so much. And for those of you watching live, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Kristen Schmidt and I wrote a book called Bring Pretty Back. And I talk to you about ways to bring pretty back into your life as well as to create a pretty life. So today what we're going to be talking about is forgiving yourself. Yesterday I did a scope on stress and how stress affects us and how stress was affecting me because I had to go to the chiropractor. It was just, and I know it's all tension and it's from stress. I said, you know, this needs to be addressed because this is affecting my health, it's affecting my life, and it's just not good. And what was funny was after the show yesterday, 3 separate friends I spoke to, we talked about things that they were having a hard time with forgiving themselves for. And that, of course, is going to cause you stress. So I said, you know what? 3 friends in 24 hours, same topic. I think we need to scope on this. So that's what I'm going to be talking today to you about is forgiving yourself. Because we all have something that we have done, big, little, it doesn't matter what it is. What it is irrelevant. But when we can't forgive ourselves because we feel guilty, we feel badly about something that we've done, something that we've said, and we think about it, and it almost, I think sometimes we get going in our head, we make it really worse than what it really is. Thank you for those of you that have shared and have tapped hearts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. But, you know, one thing that you have to really, really stop and remember is you can't unring a bell. You can't unring a bell. So if there's something in your life that has affected you, that you've said or done, or maybe you didn't do, I don't know what it is. And it doesn't matter what it is. But you can't unring a bell. So what's done is done. So move forward with do what you need to do to make you feel better. Because sometimes I think we make more of it in our heads than it really is. You may have someone that you feel as though you may, thank you so much, Yoga Pants CEO, for the great topic. Thank you. And you and I have a lot in common. I watched your scope. You and I have a lot in common. But number one, the first thing you need to do is just really stop, sit down, and have a talk with yourself and say, you know what? Because you didn't do this on purpose, more than likely, unless you're really a horrible person that did something on purpose, which I really doubt has happened. Forgive yourself. Think about what it is. Really, really stop and think about it and say, okay, whatever it is that's weighing on your mind, whether it could, maybe you said something to someone that you wish you hadn't have said, maybe it was something that you wish you would have done that you didn't. Maybe one of my friends yesterday was talking about how she stayed in a marriage too long, in a bad marriage too long, and she's really struggling with forgiving herself because of the time wasted that she spent in that marriage. And you can't do that because what's done is done. And she said, why did I do that? You did because you did. You do what you do because it's what you know and where you are in your life at that time. That's what it's about. So forgive yourself. Take it down a notch and really realize that whatever it is that you're having a problem with, I'm really sure that you didn't do it on purpose. I'm sure you didn't. So, do what you need to do. Maybe you need to talk to that person and say, something that you're feeling guilty about that you did. Say, I'm sorry I did this. They may look at you and say, I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you mean? It may not even have been their perspective about what it was that you were upset about. They may not even have thought about it again. So stop and think about it and really, really think about, is it really that bad? Because we really rarely do things that aren't worth forgiving. We really don't. So I made myself some notes because I could really get off on a tangent on this because I have so much to say about it because it's so important. So let me see. if you have to talk to that person, send them a text, an email, a phone call in person, in that order of, which is the easiest to hardest. And we know it's a lot easier to send a text than it is to go up to someone in their face and say, hey, I'm sorry, I screwed this up, because that you're really throwing yourself out there. But, regardless of how it ends up, you will feel better. And, you didn't know at the time, let's recap on that. You didn't know better. You did what you did, so just realize that. We all have one life to live, and, I'm 46, I'm going to be 47, so I'm closer to 50 than I am one. And, life is so short that we spend this energy on, beating ourselves up about things that we may or may not have done. So I really, really, really encourage you to please really think about what it is that you need to forgive yourself for, and do what you need to do to move forward. And when you do, dig a hole, bury it, cover it up, move on. Because rerunning it in your head really, really doesn't do you any good, or those around you, because it just weighs you down. And it's really kind of funny how those things really affect you in a way of, I know for me it's emotional eating, I know it's stress eating, I know that's what it is, and you can get into a depression, you can get into feeling so low about yourself, about something that you really shouldn't. So, forgive yourself, move on, address it, do what you have to do, realize it's what you knew at the time, and don't look backwards, look forward, and move on. Do something nice for yourself today. Do something today for you to forgive yourself, because let me tell you, it's going to make a huge difference. And you're really amazing the way you are. You're amazing. Let that stuff go. Please let it go, and go out and create a pretty life for yourself, and know that, we're all doing the best we can. Thank you for taking the time to spend with me today. My name is Kristen Schmidt. You can find me at createaprettylife.com. And I don't know what this is. I don't know what. Usually I'll do this. I get some kind of a share thing going. I laugh every time I watch myself back. I don't know why I do it. But go ahead, go out, create a pretty life today for yourself. Mwah. Bye-bye.